Hi, beautiful people. I want to share with you my favorite essential oils for traveling. Now, my family and I, we have traveled all over the world, been to Europe several times, all over the United States. And I feel like these top essential oils are some that I use over and over and over, no matter what the circumstances or the experience that I'm having. So I just want to give you a quick little rundown. So the first one that I would say everybody needs if they love essential oils, love natural solutions, and want to bring them with them on the trip is lavender. So lavender is known to be very soothing. A lot of people might know lavender for its calming capabilities, and yes, it's great for emotions. That should be a reason to take it. However, it's so versatile. It's also great for soothing anything skin related. So think sunburn, bug bites, bee stings, scrapes, scratches, bumps, bruises, all those things. And when you think about travel, I think we don't necessarily think about skin things first, but I have found, I don't know if it's like being in uncomfortable situations or new situations. I feel like I get more bumps and bruises when I'm traveling than I do in my house. Maybe it's because I know where everything is, right? So I highly recommend you have lavender. Yes, for calming your emotions, but also for calming your skin. So lavender is the number one go-to. And I will say for some of these oils, I'll try to take either like the drops or like a roller, but I won't take both. Here are my rollers. But for lavender, usually I like to take both because sometimes I'll need to calm the heck down after a crazy day of travel. So I'll throw this in a diffuser. I have a tiny travel diffuser. It's amazing. Um, However, for skin, this is really great to have on the go because usually when you have it in a roller, you've already pre-diluted it with carrier oil, so you don't need to do that. So really all you're doing is just taking the top off, applying it to wherever you need it, and then you can go. So rollers make it a really quick fix on the go. All right, so number one was lavender. The next one that I would highly recommend you have when you're traveling is peppermint oil. So peppermint oil is another versatile oil. Peppermint oil is really good for, gosh, so many things. It's good for freshening your breath. So if you're on the go and you need a little, had maybe seafood or something and need a little freshening up, peppermint is great for that. It's also great for cooling down your body. So if you're in the heat a lot, this one is one to pull out. It's really good for muscle, back ache, tension, things like that. Actually, lavender and peppermint together make the great combo when you have muscle tension, aches, and pains. Think about how much you typically walk when you're on vacation, right? Especially if you're sightseeing. A lot of times we're doing way more walking than we would normally. That was definitely the case for us in Disney recently. I feel like I was getting, I don't know, 20,000 steps in the first half of my day or something crazy like that. So I was applying oils every night on muscles that I didn't even know existed until I did all the walking. So it's a great combo to have. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about peppermint. It has so many uses, but I feel like breath, opening up your airways if you get stuffy or congested, especially if you're on planes or trains or air that's not filtered well. You can put just a little dab of peppermint under your nose and it'll really wake you up. Trust me. So that's another way to use it. I also might diffuse it in the hotel room. It just kind of helps with smells and things like that too. All right, so number two is peppermint. Number three, what do we have for number three? It's actually in here. So I also always bring what I'm going to call is like an oil for immunity, like immune support, whether it be that I have some inflammation going on or like a spider bite. Actually, this happened to me in Disney. I got what I thought was a bug bite, completely ignored it because again, just thought it was a bug bite. And then it kept getting bigger and bigger. And then when I started looking into it, I think it was a spider bite. So to combat and support my body's effort in taking care of like any infections coming up, I used tea tree oil. So my third choice usually is tea tree oil, but I will say in there, usually I try to have either tea tree oil or an immunity blend like On Guard, or I'll carry both. The reason why I say either or is I do try to be as minimalistic as possible with oils, which is hard for me, especially if I'm traveling by air because, you've got all the liquids that you have to check and go through. And so if I'm traveling by air, either I'm trying to get very small bottles mixed up or, only take one or the other. If I'm driving though, I have this beautiful, you can get these everywhere, roll-on bottle holder. And so I'll fit as many as possible. So what you want though, again, is an oil, I'm going to say for immunity support. So whether it's an immune blend like On Guard or tea tree oil, which has an amazing benefit to the body, helping the body to, or really what it does is it supports the body's effort and its inflammatory response and its immune system. So the oils, they're not the ones actually, we'll say, doing the deed or taking care of things. How I see it is the oil supports the body and gives the body what it needs to combat things. So it, it gives the body immune boost. The lavender gives the body, like the skin, some boost in the healing needed there. So again, third choice is some kind of immunity blend. Let me see what else I have for you all today. The next one is a grounding blend. So when I travel, I tend to be a kind of an anxious traveler, I guess you could say. I wouldn't say stressed, but I will say anxious. Like I like having my normal schedules, and when we travel, we never do, right? So I always recommend something like a grounding, either a blend that's really grounding and calming, or an individual oil that's known for that. Anything woodsy is great for grounding. So my top suggestion would be frankincense. And the reason why I say frankincense is because, first of all, it's the king of oils. Everybody in the oil community knows it's the king of oils because it's so versatile. It does so many things. It's good for skin. It's good for immune support. It's good for, grounding, stress, like calming anxious feelings. It's also good for cellular support. So again, you can't go wrong. When in doubt and you don't know what to use, I always say pull Frank out. Yeah, we're on a first name basis. Okay, so frankincense though, I usually, do I have it here? I usually try to carry it in the drops as well as the roller if I can, because I like to combine frankincense and lavender in the diffuser for a nice calming blend, but I also like to have frankincense on the go, again, because it hits so many things that you might have, but also for me, it's really good for stress. So what I might do is apply it like behind the ears, like, on your temples, things like your pulse points, things like that. And I can smell it right now. And then I might do that several times a day for stress. All right. And my next suggestion would be to have what I'm going to call is a fun smelling either oil blend or oil. So usually what I do for this is like a citrus combination, like maybe lemon and grapefruit, or my all-time favorite blend by doTERRA is Citrus Bloom. Oh, it smells amazing. It's exactly what it sounds like, citrus and florals. So I will have something like that that's really good for purifying the air, cleansing the air, and giving it a good aroma. Sometimes you go into hotel rooms and they feel stuffy or just, I don't know, sometimes maybe too sterile on the other side of the equation. And so I like to diffuse essential oils to bring more of a sense of home with me, but also to really cleanse up the air a little bit. So that recommendation is, again, like an uplifting, cleansing, good feeling blend, we'll say. That is my next option. All right, my final suggestion, I'm going to have to pull it out of my carry-on bag, is Correctex. So this is not an oil or an oil blend, but it is a product made with essential oils, and I absolutely love it. So what it has in it, let me read that for you, is frankincense. Again, we've already talked about it, the king of oils. Helichrysum, which is amazing for supporting your body's ability to repair, like skin. Cedarwood, lavender, and tea tree oil. So all of them are some that we've talked about. Cedarwood, just so you know, is more of like a woodsy oil. It's really supportive of skin as well. So I use this in place of, what is that stuff called? Neosporin or something like that. I call this kind of like my natural alternative to Neosporin. It has all the essential oils in it that are great, like heavy hitters for skin repair. If I get burns, scrapes, bruises, bug bites, any of those things, this is really good for healing, for soothing, and for supporting the body's ability to heal. So I always take Correctex with me everywhere. I actually have like one in my bags, one in my car. Anytime I travel, I typically have like one in each bag because we use it so much. And I love using essential oils like directly, on the skin, like lavender. But if I have this, because it has so many things combined in a nice little ointment, what I love to do is just apply it to a Band-Aid, which I carry in my bag, and put it directly on the issue, or as if you have kids, the boo-boos, or whatever you call it, directly on that. And I do have a almost 10-year-old, so we use it a lot. All right, well, this has been a crash course in essential oils for travel, what I use. Let me know if I didn't cover something that you love to travel with. If you love essential oils, feel free to comment it below. And yeah, I think I'll do some more of these. I hope you have an amazing night.